NTV's coverage of Kettering Town in the FA Cup first round is sponsored by Sonic Security Services Limited. Sonic Security Services, total quality managed service.
Welcome to Match of the Week, and it is a welcome return for the NTV cameras to Rocking Road, where the Poppies take on Hull City in this FA Cup first round proper. A big match for Kettering, of course. They can take their minds off the precarious league position and look forward to playing League Division 3 opposition. Hull will certainly be difficult customers. They've hardly conceded a goal all season, but they haven't scored many either. Kettering pretty much the same. It's got a 0-0 written all over it. Sit back and see what happens. Well, much for Peter Morris to think about. It's been a difficult time for Kettering in the conference, but he and the players' attention now focused on this FA Cup first round tie against Hull City. The players just warming up there under the direction of Ernie Moss, who's been the assistant to Peter Morris all season. And a bit of drizzle coming down at Rocking Road. It's fairly grey, but it hasn't stopped the Hull fans coming down in decent numbers. And both sets of fans can welcome the two teams as they come out together. Kettering led by Rocky the Bear. And decent applause for both sets of players as they make their way onto what is a very heavy, wet, sodden pitch at Rockingham Road. The ground from Sid Chapman has had all sorts of problems over the last week getting the pitch into a proper state. It took an awful battering last Saturday in the league game. Kettering are without skipper Colin Bowden, who's in the middle of a four-match ban, but they are able to field Niall Inman from Peterborough. He will be cup-tied as far as Peterborough are concerned, but that's of no consequence to them. It's a real boost for Peter Morris that he can have him in his side. Hull are missing their two Jamaican internationals. Theodore Whitmore and Ian Goodison arrived back late from international duty last night, and Brian Little, their manager, will miss them. Craig Norman, I know, delighted to be starting after a series of injuries. Robert Codner, who's done pretty well in midfield since he joined Kettering, and Ian Bowling, who keeps Steve Wilson out of the Kettering goal, will all want to play their part in what could be a very interesting and important afternoon for Kettering's season. The formalities are just about to get underway after the photographs. Phil Brown, the Kettering skipper, in the absence of Colin Bowden this afternoon. And he will toss the coin and allow David Brightwell, the Hull skipper, to call. And any minute now the game will get underway. Steve Lenner and Carl Adams knocking the ball forward. Kettering kicking towards Rockingham Road. We've got a different camera angle at Rockingham Road this afternoon for NTV. Makes interesting viewing from the other side of the ground. So it's Halifax with this throw in deep in their own half, and the ball played forward by Hull in fairly uncompromising manner, and that was an uncompromising tackle by Brett McNamara. He's back in his more accustomed left side of the Kettering centre three. Brabin knocking the ball forward. McNamara again. And it's still Hull in the shape of Swales knocking the ball forward. Greaves had stayed up there from the free kick but could get nothing on that, and it's Bowling who gathers the ball in. Bowling again knocking the ball forward, looking for Lenner, and Lenner winning a good ball in the air, but no support from his forwards, and Hull able to clear their lines. Steve Lenner's a big lad. Causes problems. There's Carl Adams knocking the ball forward. Hudson not able to get anything against Perry, but Halifax struggling a little bit to clear their lines. Phil Brown getting a cross in, looking for Hudson, finds him. He plays it to Fisher. Fisher's cross coming in, but not very well directed and behind for a goal kick. Got a right start by Kettering. Brabin now for Hull. Finds Philpott. It's all a bit tight in midfield. And Chris Perkins is able to get the ball forward. Finds Hudson in space. Hudson looking to get a decent cross in. Comes to the far post. Goes beyond Lenner. and Swales is there to watch it run out for a Hull throw. In these early moments though, Kettering certainly a match for their third division opposition. Marcel playing it back to Swales, but pretty aimless by him and easy for Chris Perkins, who finds Codner. He plays it forward looking for Inman, but a good tackle there by Greaves to deny the young 22-year-old. Codner now trying to get a cross in, and Hudson leaping there, but it goes over his head. And Steve Harper able to get the ball away. Hull with a chance to break, but Carl Adams doing well to block out Philpott as he advanced. Hull with the throw, Harper and Philpott combining. Still Harper looking to get a cross in, plays it short to Brown, back to Brabin, who plays it wide to Philpott, but a bit of misunderstanding there. Inman now, nice reverse ball by Inman, finds Adams, launches one for Leonard, but it comes to Fisher. He's looking for support, finds it in the shape of Phil Brown. Can he get a cross in? He does, to the near post, cleared away. But another good move by Kettering, and they are putting this Hull side under a bit of pressure in these opening minutes. And still the danger not clear. Hudson now. He's trying to get a cross in. It falls to Brown. Brown shoots! Just wide. Russell White in the Hull goal. Had it covered, I think, but a good attempt by Phil Brown. First time volley. Just going past the far post. Hull now with the free kick just in their own half. Launched forward, easily cleared by Perkins, but only as far as Philpott. He knocks it in again, but good play by Inman. He comes away with it. Under pressure from Brabin. Gets the deflection, but Philpott recovers well and earns a free kick for his trouble. Mr. Warren penalising Inman for the tackle from behind. Russell White with the free kick. Long ball forward, easily won by McNamara. Already having a good game, Brett McNamara, in a position he really doesn't like playing in very much. Throw in for Hull. Marcel, Swales knocking it forward, and Chris Perkins winning the header, fouled in the process by David Brown. Bowling then knocks the ball forward, but no Kettering player to be seen hardly. Carl Adams trying to win the ball in midfield, but it's Philpott again to his midfield general, Gary Brabin, who finds Swales. But a lack of communication there between David Brown and Gary Brabin. Gives Kettering the throw, quickly taken by Lee Hudson to Inman. He looks to be blocked by Greaves. The referee says no, and Hull come away with the ball. And Hull advancing in numbers. Craig Norman penalised for fouling Marcel. Norman protests his innocence, but it's a free kick. Brabin and Philpott over the ball. Brabin playing it short. Looks like something off the training ground, but didn't work. Cotton surely tripped there, but the referee says no. And Carl Adams able to get the ball away, and does it well too. Lee Hudson there in a bit of space. Now he's looking for support. Phil Brown coming down this right-hand side, but can't control it. First touch lets him down. And the Hull fans sitting there quite quietly. Hardly surprising. Kettering certainly have the better of it just at the minute, and it's Phil Brown again with a cross this time. Looking for Hudson. Cleared away with some difficulty by Hull. Picked up there by Brown, who plays it to Brabin. First time ball forward, looking for Marcel. Well intercepted by Craig Norman. Hull breaking quite quickly there. from what was a fairly difficult situation for them. But Swales now to Brabin. Philpott looking for options. There aren't really any. McNamara missing his header. Marcel with his foot too high as Matt Fisher heads the ball away. Matt Fisher won't be bothered by that. McNamara with the free kick, looking for and finding Inman. He plays it inside to Codner. First time ball forward, looking for Hudson. Easy for Greaves. Brabin, Perry. And it's the Kettering fans who are fairly quiet just at the minute, but nevertheless this is turning into quite a good cup tie. Pretty competitive, and Kettering certainly not overawed in this game by any means. I was saying in the introduction that both sides have found it difficult to score goals this season, and certainly in front of goal it shows so far. Steve Lenner a few yards offside there, no doubt about that. Musselwhite with the free kick, knocks it forward. Chris Perkins tidying up for Kettering, finds Hudson, he turns away from Brightwell, but still no support. Kettering finding it difficult to get forward in numbers. Lenner though holding the ball up, plays it back to Codner. He's looking for Inman. Swales in quickly to deny the Republic of Ireland under-21 international. McNamara now, and Matt Fisher there, almost creating space, but his first touch not quite good enough, and the ball going away for a goal kick in the end. And the whole fans quite quiet in that Rockingham Road end. They haven't had too much to cheer about. I think they were expecting it to be a good deal easier for their team than has proved to be the case. They're still under a bit of pressure. Philpott knocking the ball forward. Marcel breaking through now, and still Marcel, he's very tight. Good save by Bowling. Marcel might have done better to square the ball there, but Ian Bowling, when called upon, proved himself up to the job. Marcel, a dangerous player, ex-Barnsley, Premier League experience, gets a shooting position. He had a couple of teammates in perhaps better positions, but Bowling did well. Corner to Hull, and McNamara getting a head on it. Here's Swales, slices that just wide. Well, good period of play for Hull, and that's the first real threat that they've put on the Kettering goal. We can see Swales here just slicing across that ball, and it doesn't trouble Bowling. Kettering again coming forward. Good cross in by Inman. Fisher going up for it, but it's cleared away. Brown still knocking it back in. Codner with a shot, turned by Lenner. Lenner and Perry, well, Lenner saying he got an elbow in the mouth from Perry. He tells the referee so. Good competitive game this now between these two sides. Just what you'd expect from a first round FA Cup tie. In truth, there hasn't been too much quality football, but nevertheless, neither side asking for or giving any quarter. Lee Hudson winning a header there, and Hudson shooting! Never on target. Good knockdown by Lenner though, giving Hudson the chance, we can see there, but Hudson off balance and blasting high over the bar. Lenner again. Brown looking for Hudson. Oh, and a foul there. Perry, I think, penalised for that challenge on Hudson, and it's a free kick in a dangerous position. Knocked in by Carl Adams, but no one there to pick up the pieces. Philpott able to bring the ball away for Hull, but his attempted clearance sliced into the main stand at Rockingham Road. And Kettering just having the better of this first half. Lena trying to get her cross in, but not a red shirt to be seen. Hull now knocking it forward, and Craig Norman holding his shoulder there. That's the collarbone he broke 8 weeks ago now, and that looks a bit worrying. Still Craig Norman labouring with that shoulder, while Marcel looks for an opening, plays it short to Swales. Codner, but it's still Marcel. Shot coming in there from Brown, and Brown again, but he's just wide. Glorious opportunity for David Brown. Craig Norman in some discomfort with his shoulder. Brown with a shot, well saved by Bowling, and then with a goal at his mercy, Brown pulls his shot wide. Kettering lucky to escape there, and it's still Brown causing some problems. Marcel in the area. Kettering struggling to get it clear. Here's Brabin, but he shoots wide as well. Kettering leading a little bit of a charmed life just out the minute. 28 minutes gone. No goals. Here's Lena to Brown. Brown lucky to get the free kick there. The ball knocked forward. Looking for Lena. Sliced away by Hudson. The ball spinning and still in play. Still a bit scrappy. Neither side able really to create that opening that would give us the first goal. Good play by Adams there. He looks for Hudson. But Hudson's cushion header really wasn't very cushioned. Couldn't control the ball. Here's Brown though. Gets a cross in. Hull get it away. Philpott. Oh, the ball bobbling there on a pitch which isn't that easy to play on. Swales clearing it to Marcel. Philpott again. The pitch is certainly bumpy. Grass quite long. It has been difficult to prepare it during what's been a hard week weather-wise. Brabin knocks it forward though. McNamara tangling with David Brown. Wins the free kick. Bowling playing it forward. Brabin with a good header. John Eyre fouled there, but there's an injury to Lee Hudson, who took a knock in that collision. Physio Peter Lake finds it very funny. I don't think Lee Hudson did, but we're back with the action. Free kick to Hull, just inside the Kettering half. Chipped into the area. Steve Lena with the header. Phil Brown able to bring the ball away and clear Kettering's lines. Lena now trying to get forward. Greaves cutting that out easily. Plays it wide to Harper. He looks for Eyre, finds him. Cross coming in now. David Brown. Oh, well, if he could have controlled that, he was in the clear. Fortunately for Kettering, he didn't. And the Poppies able to clear their lines. But Brabin now. To Philpott. Matt Fisher clearing the ball away through to Musselwhite. Lee Hudson going in there, but Musselwhite able to get the ball away. Good header by McNamara. Finds Codner. Codner to Inman. Still to Codner. And Lena eventually pulled down. Greaves looking to nudge him in the back. Steve Lena didn't like it. Free kick to Kettering. Carl Adams plays it short to Codner. Codner chips the ball forward, but into an empty space, and it's easy for Musselwhite. For all Kettering's possession and attacking ambitions, they haven't put Musselwhite under much pressure in the Hull goal. Equally though, Ian Bowling hasn't had too much to do either. It's been that sort of game. neither side looking to be too penetrating up front. Hull with the free kick, Swales knocking it forward. There's Marcel, good tackle by McNamara, but Swales with another chance to cross the ball in. He does, header coming in, but easily caught by Bowling. Good cross by Swales to the far post. Header coming in there, but easy for Ian Bowling. He'll gather those in all afternoon. And here's a header out by Musselwhite. Now here's Lee Hudson. Can he get a shot in? He can, but it's badly mishit. Well, there was a bit of panic in the Hull defence there. Brabin knocking the ball back to Musselwhite. He had to hit it. Had a good opportunity for Hudson, but it's a poor shot by the striker. Should have got that on target. Should have perhaps given Kettering the lead. Another cross coming in by Adams. McNamara this time tangling with Musselwhite, but Musselwhite able to gather the ball in and get it away to Harper. It's not forward again, but only as far as Robert Codner. He plays it to Phil Brown, who knocks it down the line but out of play. Throw to Hull. And a foul. They're in midfield. Free kick to Hull. Good header by Matt Fisher. Shot coming in from Greaves from distance, but well wide. And Hull really reduced to that sort of effort. As the referee blows the half-time whistle, Kettering will be very pleased, I think, with their first half performance. They've certainly matched Hull, they've put them under pressure and defended well. And they can look forward to coming out in the second half to try and win this game. But at half-time, it's Kettering 0, Hull 0.
NTV's coverage of Kettering Town in the FA Cup first round is sponsored by Sonic Security Services Limited. Sonic Security Services, total quality managed service.
Kickboxing is a science. Those who travel the path of the fighter, both past and present, know only too well that preparation is the key. Running, skipping, bag work, blood, sweat and tears, all combine to create the body, mind and soul of the warrior. Without the strong mind and the will to win, it is easy to stray from the path of the gladiator. Champions come and go, only the true athletes keep to the road.
With our all-day food and private function rooms, our members really can take the time to consider their next shot properly. Exclusive snooker club, snooker, private function rooms and all-day food. It could become your second home, so why not call today?
Just one question. What colour am I?
We also offer pool, darts, skittles, games no matter what your skill. Ring for details today. Still waiting for your big break? NTV's Star Search hits the exclusive snooker club on the 25th of November. If you want to take your shot, be there.
You see this phone number, 0500 123 121? It's called a free phone number, and that's because it's free to phone it. And when you do, that's exactly what you get, a free phone with free connection to one-to-one. Brilliant! And not just any old free phone. Call digital cell phones now on 0500 123 121 and you could order this Siemens C35i. It's small, it's sexy. Remind you of anyone? Or you could choose the musical Motorola V2288 WAP phone with built-in FM radio. Or how about this cute little Ericsson T10 flip phone with vibrating alert? Or the cool Nokia 3210 with 4 free covers. Whichever phone you choose, it will be dispatched to you free the same day. For your free phone, call Digital Cell Phones now on 0500 123 121. OK, hands up. Who wants a Siemens?
NTV's coverage of Kettering Town in the FA Cup first round is sponsored by Sonic Security Services Limited. Sonic Security Services, total quality managed service.
So both managers have had the chance to speak to their teams at half-time. I fancy Brian Little's talk will have been rather more vigorous than that of Peter Morris's. I'm sure the Hull manager will have expected more from his team. Peter Morris, I think, can't have expected too much more from his. So it's Hull kicking towards their fans behind the goal at the Rockingham Road end. Brett McNamara to Carl Adams. Robert Codner trying to clear the ball away, but already Hull coming forward. John Eyre there looking for Phil Potty, finds him. Marcel dinking into the area, gets across into the far post. Chance here for Hull. Dwelt on the ball too long, did Harper. And Phil Brown able to bring the ball away. But already more positive signs from Hull right at the start of this second half. They didn't offer too much in the first half, if the truth be known, and what they did, Kettering were able to manage quite comfortably. Flag up for offside there. Bowling with the free kick. Easy header for Swales. Philpott knocking it on, but Codner getting to that first. Lenner holding the ball up, turning well. Finding Inman. Still Inman, getting to the byline, tries to get a cross in. Well blocked by Greaves, but enterprising play from Niall Inman. He's a very talented young footballer. Corner to Kettering, Phil Brown with it. Knocking it long, but Musselwhite gathering it in easily under some pressure from Chris Perkins. Gets it away to Marcel. He plays it short, falls to Adams. Matt Fisher, still Matt Fisher. Ambitious shot by Fisher there, never on target. But at least he's willing to have a go. Musselwhite knocking the ball forward, Phil Brown with the header. And here come Hull in numbers. It's Eyre trying to get a cross in, blocked by McNamara, still by McNamara at the expense of a corner. But good work again by Brett McNamara. The Hull fans coming to life a little bit as this corner from Philpott comes in to the near post. Steve Lenner with the header away. Brown back to Philpott. Good challenge by Codner. Kettering defence under a bit of pressure here. Philpott trying to make room for the cross. He manages to get the ball in. Lenner again with a huge clearance. Rabin doing well there. Marcel too. Still Marcel. Good turn by Brown. Philpott with a shot. Bouncing just in front of Bowling. Bowling having to be watchful. Shot coming in, bouncing just in front of the goalkeeper, but he had his body behind it. McNamara with the free kick, poorly taken. Codner picking up the pieces to Inman wide on the Kettering left. Turns and gets across him with his right foot. Cleared away by Perry. And a late tackle there by Carl Adams. No malice in it. It was late and the referee's going to book Carl Adams. Perhaps a bit unfortunate. The first booking of the game. There's hardly been a bad tackle in it. But referees nowadays have to have their quota of bookings, I suppose. Free kick taken by Musselwhite. Header by McNamara. But Hull with more purpose. And Craig Norman in on Clint Marcel. And the second booking within the space of a few minutes sees Craig Norman this time incur the wrath of the referee, Mr. Warren from Walsall. Brian Little looks on. Free kick knocked into the box. Header from Greaves. Comfortable save for Bowling, though he had plenty of time to see it. Good height for the goalkeeper. Not a bad effort though by Greaves. But Bowling up to the task. Harper with this throw in. Headed on by Brabin to Brown. Brabin with a fairly hurried ball knocked forward, but there's danger for Kettering. Bat header back by McNamara. Marcel not able to take advantage. Credit to Marcel for staying on his feet. He could have gone down there under pressure from Bowling. Brown does. Following a tackle by Matt Fisher, but Kettering lucky to escape there. Danger not over. Free kick coming in. Falls to Brabin. Here's Brabin. Oh, he shoots against the post. Kettering very lucky to survive, but survive they do. But still, Hull coming forward. And the flag up for offside to relieve the pressure. Free kick by Philpott. Beats everybody. Falls to Brabin. It's a tight angle, but Brabin gets his shot on target. It beats everybody, but doesn't beat the post. And it's still 0-0. But Hull having a good spell here. Kettering defence under pressure. Air to Marcel. Marcel trying to turn. Dinks it inside. Still Marcel. Comes again to Brabin, but this time over the bar. Two good chances falling to Gary Brabin. Marcel with a clever ball to the feet of Brabin, but Brabin shot over the bar. Kettering trying to compose themselves. They've been put under a lot of pressure for the last 10-15 minutes by Hull, who certainly look much more forceful than they did in the first half. Cross coming in. Header. Wide. David Brown again. He's probably looked the most likely of the Hull players to break the deadlock. Although Gary Brabin has had a couple of good chances. Generally it's been David Brown who's been getting in the goal scoring positions. Codner now knocking the ball forward. Lee Hudson on his way, but bundled over by Greaves. Hudson complaining, rightly so. And Greaves finds his way into the referee's book. Free kick to Kettering. Carl Adams with it, knocks it long. Oh, and Phil Brown almost with a clear header, got nothing on it. Might have been that haircut of his. The ball cleared away. Kettering have weathered the storm, and that was a good chance for them. Still they have it in the whole half. The ball cleared. Brabin with the header. Phil Brown knocking it back into the danger area. Brabin again having to defend. Codner trying to find a reverse ball, doesn't, but still it's Kettering. Carl Adams knocking the ball to the far post. Oh, whistle's gone, but Kettering close there. Well, it's difficult to see what the referee blew his whistle for. But Kettering coming back into the game, having been put under pressure by Hull. And the Kettering fans in good voice. And so they should be. It's a spirited performance this by Kettering. Codner knocking the ball forward. Phil Brown in space. Gets a good cross in. Greaves there with the header. And we're in the latter stages of the game, but Kettering in the ascendancy again. Corner headed away by Bravin. Only back to Adams. He gets a cross in. Greaves this time getting up and heads the ball away. Hull now with this throw. Trying to clear their lines. Perry does. Hits the ball long towards David Brown, but Chris Perkins, who's had a good game for Kettering, more than a match for the Hull striker. Harper flicked on there, and Brett McNamara this time getting a good block in from John Eyre. McNamara's had a good game. Corner comes in. Shot coming in. Oh, Ian Bowling just getting down there, getting down quickly for a big man as well. And another chance for Halifax to steal this game. They probably haven't deserved it if the truth's known. The more the game's gone on, the more Kettering look as if they've deserved at least a replay. But here, a shot coming in there from Brown, and Bowling doing well to get his ample frame behind it. Free kick for Hull. Header by Greaves over the bar. 77 minutes gone here at Rockingham Road. Still Kettering 0, Hull 0. Are we going to see a break in the deadlock? Lee Hudson pulled down there. The referee playing advantage. Is there one? Well, there isn't quite. It didn't fall for Steve Lenner. Is there going to be a twist in the tail? What has been really quite a good competitive cup tie. The sides have been very evenly matched. Substitution for Kettering. Dale Watkins coming on. Carl Adams going off. Kettering last throw of the dice almost with 3 up front. There'll be a man light in midfield. Will they pay the price for that? Lee Hudson coming forward to Lenner in space, but Lenner a bit slow over the surface. Dale Watkins was free on the other side. Perhaps would have been a better option, but still Lenner with a chance. But Steve Lenner looks pretty tired. It's been a gruelling game for both sides. Played on a heavy pitch. But Kettering with this corner. Russell White under no pressure at all. Throws the ball out quickly to Marcel. Now Kettering having to defend. I don't want to throw the game away in these last few minutes. Brown trying to head the ball on, but Codner back. Kettering now coming forward. Steve Lenner putting Musselwhite under pressure. Lenner getting a touch onto that ball, but it ricochets to safety as far as Hull are concerned. Crowd urging the Poppies on. Matt Fisher now to Watkins. Watkins turns away from Marcel. Plays it back to Perkins. Still Watkins, but looking for Phil Brown. And Hull with the chance to clear the ball away, but it comes back at them. Lenner, good turn, good strength by Lenner, still Lenner. And here's Fisher, plays it wide to Watkins, Watkins with a cross. Lenner with the header, but no power on that. Musselwhite with the goal kick. Matt Fisher winning the ball in midfield. Perry with a punt forward. Good strong tackle there by McNamara on Brown. Hull coming forward again themselves now with Brown. He's knocked over by McNamara. 2 minutes to go. And a bad foul to concede by McNamara. Free kick in a very dangerous position for Kettering. The ball knocked in, cleared away. Great header there by Matt Fisher for Kettering. Lee Hudson trying to find Phil Brown. But it's still Hull. Philpott knocking the ball in. Falls to number 16, Swales, but over the bar. Disappointing effort by Swales there. Craig Norman inadvertently to McNamara. Great saving tackle there by Craig Norman. There was a danger of a Hull breakaway, but it's Inman now. To Hudson. To Codner. Trying to play a 1-2 with an imaginary Kettering player, and Hull come forward in the shape of Brabin. Strong run by Brabin. Still Brabin. Plays it wide. Shot comes in. Weak effort in the end. And Bowling saves comfortably. Good chance for Hull right at the end to snatch this cup tie. Inman. Wide to Watkins. Watkins. Still Watkins trying to create space for the shot. Never has the ball really under control. Plays it back to Connor, to Inman, but strong tackle there. And Marcel brings the ball away. Norman back to Bowling. Slice clearance by Bowling, but good work by McNamara to keep the ball in. Keep Kettering in possession, but Inman loses out. McNamara in there again on Marcel. But Hull still coming forward. Marcel turning away from Fisher. Plays it to Brown. Still Brown. Brown with a shot! Just wide. Here we can see Brown looking for glory, going for glory, and not too far away. And there goes the final whistle. There's nothing to choose between these two sides. Kettering have certainly earned their replay next Tuesday at Boothbury Park. Hull, it's been a battling performance by the Poppies, not least by Brett McNamara, who, along with his defenders, has done sterling work for the cause. They may not have created too much up front. They may not have put the Hull defence under too much pressure. But after the sort of season Kettering have had so far, this result will do them no harm at all. Final score here, Kettering 0, Hull 0.
We made it very difficult for ourselves. We didn't play well. I mean, I think it's difficult, and I think both teams would say the pitch hasn't helped anyone to play nice little passing football. But we didn't adjust to the conditions very well in the first half. And if they had an opportunity to have won the game, I think it was the first half. But after half time, I felt we were strong. And apart from the odd breakaway on their part, I felt were the stronger team in the second half.
Was it pretty much as you expected, conference side against the league side?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have hoped to have won by a goal or something. You know, we've come here to give nothing away. But I would have settled for a game at home as my second choice. So you know, you don't often have too many choices in football matches, but the cup games give you a chance of a replay. So I've got my second choice. Thankfully, I didn't get to the one which wasn't an option, which was losing. So you know, we're reasonably happy.
I thought it was a tough game. I thought we were slightly unlucky, but hopefully we'll go up there and get a result.
And from your point of view, what's it like, the prospect of going up to Hull and having another crack at it?
It's a great opportunity for the lads to prove that we're good enough to play against third division sides.
And from your point of view, you've been playing out of position most of the season, this left side of the centre of the defence. Hard work, isn't it? Very much so.
They got a bit tired towards the end of the game, but all the lads have done well today. We stuck together.
And second half, did you find it just the going a bit tough? They came at Kettering a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Well, we had to go the spell, but we stuck at it, kept going, and like I say, we were slightly unlucky not to scrape a 1-0 win at the end.
Well, I felt on the second half we learned a lot about them, and we played a little bit better to the conditions. But we've got a beautiful playing surface at Boothbury Park, which, you know, hopefully we will take advantage of. you know, people I think undermine the lower divisions, and we try and play football, and I'm sure Kettering do, and a lot of other clubs in our division do. So we've got a nice surface to play good football there. We've got a couple of international players to throw into the team in 10 days' time. So at the moment we feel we've done enough today to give ourselves a very good chance of going through, but you can't take anything for granted, and we'll respect the opposition. But I do believe we can win if we play well.
This was a sore one for Brian Little's Hull City. Matt Fisher thumping conference side Kettering into the next round from 25 yards. They're off to second division Bristol City next.